Welcome, everyone, to another episode of Hardin Local Weekly. We got a couple guys mobile right now, so they have to mute Scott. Hey, there we go. Anyway, thank you for joining us on this 25th of November, Thanksgiving week. We're glad you could join us. We bring everybody up. Hey, good to see you guys. Hey, Nate, your camera's been off for a minute. I don't know if that's on purpose or not.
My camera's off?
It's just a black screen. We can hear you, but not.
It shows me on here. All right, let's see.
But while you're working on that, go ahead and ask everybody to scan. There you are. Scan our QR code, which is right over here, and connect with us. And you can also find all our related links for this episode of Hardin Local Weekly there. You'll be able to find links to the different calendars that we're sharing, links to a PDF to the events, and plus share links for Nate's Facebook page and for the Experienced Leaders link tree. So make sure you check that out. And also, if you're not following us right now on Facebook or YouTube or wherever you're watching, go ahead and drop us a like, share the post, and also follow our page if you're not. Because like I've been saying the past couple of weeks, 60% of our viewers are not subscribed. So we would love to see you subscribed. Also, if you have any questions or events that we've missed, or if you own a company and you have a big Black Friday sale or sales this weekend, drop them in the comments. We'll make sure to review those before we're done. All right. And for those of you who don't know, I'll go ahead and introduce everybody. Right above me, Jon O'Brien. He does events. And next to him, Nate. If you don't know him already, he does business news. Scott is a bit mobile right now. I got him muted so that Scott's just like turn the camera on whenever you want me to unmute you. And then we also have Britten, the experienced eater. And we're going to be reviewing two different restaurants, local restaurants today. We're reacting to reviews, actually, that Britten's already done. Michelle's not going to be with us this week. She has family. All right. Also, the Hardin County government put out a post earlier today I wanted to highlight, talking about supporting local businesses on Small Business Saturday this week. And, you know, I'm going to read what they wrote because I thought it was good. Small businesses aren't just shops. They're dreams built from hard work, determination, and love for our community. They are the coffee shops that know your order, the boutiques that greet you by name, and the family-owned stores that's been here for generations. This Small Business Saturday, let's choose to shop local. Every purchase you make is more than a transaction. It is an investment in your neighbors, your town, and the future we share. Every dollar spent locally helps a family thrive. Every gift bought here strengthens our hometown. Every visit reminds small business owners that their work matters. As the holidays approach, let us celebrate by giving back to those who give so much to us every single day. Shop small, support local, and build community. Thought that was a good one. Britten, you got anything to add to that?
Well, I have seen, we've all seen the meme numerous times. It says, talks about shopping small because Amazon and Temu and those guys aren't going to sponsor your kids' bowl teams. And it is a time of year where, especially coming off of the shutdown and the impact that had on us locally, that from a business standpoint, I know that all the small businesses they're hurting and they need that support and that encouragement, and they need those dollars. So that's a fantastic post that drives home a very serious point as we move forward towards Black Friday, I guess.
That's great. I got a icebreaker question for you guys. What's your Thanksgiving survival strategy? Are you the person who shows up early to help cook? The one who brings the store-bought rolls and calls it a day? Are you just there for the food, on the couch?
I'm cooking. I'm doing all the cooking. It's fun stuff. Yeah. We just had a Friendsgiving this past Saturday. It was a real fun time. Always in there cooking.
That's great.
I don't cook. I don't make cereal correctly, so I show up and eat. My mom has hosted the big family Thanksgiving for several years because we had a centrally located house and a big location. So I've gone from everything from setting up and tearing down to taking out trash and everything else. But this time I just get to show up and eat, take plenty of leftovers for Friday and my coworkers.
What about you, Britten? I think we already know.
I call the shots, baby. I orchestrate, I lay out the template, I do the planning, I do the cooking and the execution. So that way I don't have to, and it's not that I don't have people that I can rely upon. It's just less stress for me to do it myself. And so and I have gotten much better. I have several family members that now that when they come, because everyone comes to our house, that when we do that, I'm very fortunate that there are things that can get delegated out. There are people that unfortunately hope they're not watching. That they know who they are. They get ice and paper plates, and then there's some people that get all the way up to mashed potatoes. So you kind of gotta, figure out your hierarchy based on ability on that. But that's the survival guide, because I think we've got 20 coming to the house Thursday.
Oh, wow. That's quite a few. I know for me, I'm bringing some snacks and some chips and some dip I'm making. Nothing too fancy. My mom's making pretty much everything else. And we're going to have a smaller Thanksgiving dinner this year. And audience, you guys watch and drop your Thanksgiving and Black Friday plans into the comments. We want to hear what you're cooking, where you're shopping, and how you're spending the holiday weekend. And also, if you own a local business, let us know what you're doing so that we can make sure to share that information out. When we get into the main segments, let's see what people are saying. We got K. O'Brien Wolf saying J-O-B. I'm taking that somebody related to you.
That's my sister, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, great. Happy Thanksgiving, Jon O'Brien's sister, Katie. And we got also Danny O'Brien. Katie O'Brien, your brother is locally famous. We also got Bus and Bites checking us out down here. I think they accidentally hit enter on
I think I'm going to see them. I think they're with me on Saturday at the Village Green. I think they're the truck that's going to be over there. So at least I'll get a corn dog, if nothing else.
Mm-hmm.
We went down to the micro wrestling event down at the fairgrounds, and Bus and Bites was there. I enjoyed the corn dogs, and their egg rolls were pretty tasty.
I do. We love their corn dogs. That thing's what is it? A halftime corn dog?
It's huge. It's Courtney didn't believe it when we had it at the concert. She's like, "There's no way it's this." And she's like, "All right, those photos aren't live. It's big."
Mm-hmm. Looks like Raymond, Bus and Bites food truck, is going to be cooking for the family and friends. Good job, Raymond. We knew that you'd probably be doing that. He's a great cook. All right, let's get on over here to events. Ready?
All right. Yeah, always ready. Always ready for a little talking turkey. Let's start off with just letting everybody know, check the website for the U.S. Army's MWR. They have all the information on there for the calendar. So look at that. We also want to look at the Hardin County Public Library for all those events that are happening for like kids and things during the day. Any adult events as well. Etown Tourism. They have an events page as well. And then also Nate's got some holiday season event guide as well on our hardinlocal.com. So check out all those for all the things that aren't in this today.
I'm actually adding to it right now as we speak. I've got like 8 things I still have to add just because there's so many things going on.
There you go. Yeah. Just check it out. Make sure you can see all the things that are happening and pick out those ones that you want to go to do and experience with your friends and family. But this week, today, we've got trivia at Flywheel. That Trivia League is popular. That's one of their busiest days. I think it's busier than sometimes their Fridays and Saturdays. They have that place packed. It's a competitive tournament that they do. And again, you get to name the beer at the end of the tournament if you win that. So all the Brainiacs head over there and play some trivia. Tonight at BBT, we've got a ridiculous event. Again, 21 and up, obviously, because we are a bar. But if you've ever wanted to try any of the Pappy or the Van Winkle family whiskeys, tonight's the night. All the half pours of those, so it's a 3/4 ounce pour, is going to be the price of the age. So the 10-year, it's going to be $10 for a half pour. 12-year, 12. 23, 23. Again, normally, let's see. Normally, a pour of 23, a half pour, is $95. So for 23, if you ever wanted to try it, it's tonight. We are also carrying that over to tomorrow early on. I'm going to open up at 2 o'clock till 5 before we do the Tipsy Turkey. But today is the day to come get it, because if we sell out today, we don't have any more tomorrow. All right. Have you all ever had any of the Pappy lineup?
I had the 10-year. I've never had the 23, so I may have to jump in the car.
I'm saying, like I said, if you ever wanted to try it, like it's right now. These prices are ridiculous. Stacy here, he's just feeling very thankful for the community. So he wants to share what we have here with everybody. Wednesday, though, again, talking about Wednesday, the Tipsy Turkey. It's the second Tipsy Turkey that we're doing. We brought a couple of new people in. Last year it was just social, food hall, ourselves, and Flywheel. We've been included in Hub House this year, as well as the group of Impellizaries, JR Neighbors, and Cavern Club. So it's going to be a bar crawl. So it is 21 and up. Now we will have NA options. So you don't have to drink to partake, but you got to be 21 and up to kind of get through all these places and do all the things. But if you stop at each one of the spots, get a little stamp on your card, you will possibly get a T-shirt. The thing is, there's a limited supply of T-shirts. So you got to get out early and you got to kind of move through each one of the places with a little bit of a plan. I would say hub cups are very important. Also, eating at these locations are very important. Get something to eat while you're doing this, because again, this is not something that you want to do without eating. Number one, eat, be responsible. That night also, tomorrow night, Casey and Romy will be doing a Wednesday night event. Again, it's Thanksgiving Eve. We're gonna rock it out here at BBT. Casey and Romy will be on stage all night long, and we'll be open till 1. So if you are of age, come on out and enjoy that Tipsy Turkey and also the Casey and Romy. On the other side of town, Cosmic Golf will be having a little turkey kickoff themselves. Going to have a DJ Warren out there. He's going to be spinning the records from 8 p.m. to midnight. So I don't know if that's probably a above age thing. Kids are still allowed out there at Cosmic, but I think it's probably going to be a little bit more adult at that time. But fun time, special giveaways. Be a really fun event. Christmas in the Park is also starting tomorrow. Opening night, 6 to 11 p.m. Starts tomorrow, goes through January 1st. It's not like Ricky Bobby said. If you're first, you're not first, you're last. You can wait a little bit. Let kind of the line die down, because that first night it's going to be backed up probably to us here at BBT. Like I guarantee that line's going to be backed up. So again, let people go through a couple times maybe, and then maybe do it during the weekend, next week, maybe on one of the slower nights. What do you think about that, Nate? Yeah, good idea.
I was going to add, there are lots of new ones. I've seen some great ones that people have already posted on Facebook that have been tweeted up. But as someone who did go on the opening night last year, because we went to Thanksgiving at my parents and then went over there, please come in from the south side. Come in from downtown. Don't be one of those that comes in from Radcliff that tries to turn left and cuts people off. So we've been laying the line for an hour. Don't do that. I really wish they would just cut that one off. Just let it be from the south side and come in that way and then filter back out, because I've seen wrecks out there. I've seen people get mad at each other. Because like we've been waiting along, and you'll just see people come zip by from Radcliff and just get in line and think they can cut people off.
I wonder if that's something the city could put up. Something the city could put up one of those signs that say like, "Hey, go down and turn around at one of these J turns and come back around that way." That could be something.
There's been other places that do that. It's not like it's the only light thing around. The fact that after Dixie went through the renovation with the J turns and everything else, I think this is one thing we didn't consider. Not that we should have, or the state should have, because it's a one-time event, but it's just something that happens all the time around Christmas in the Park, is that J-turn and wrecks and blockages. Oh, yeah. Huge. And then trying to come back out of there and hit the bypass can be hard, too.
For sure.
Especially after they got rid of that second light by Hiller's Mall.
All right. So Thanksgiving Day. We got some events going on Thanksgiving Day. So the Spot's got the 15th annual Thanksgiving dinner and karaoke. Starts at 5 p.m. So that's a fun thing out there at Vine Grove. Head out to the Spot's Bar and Grill. Really cool spot. I also did hear a little birdie told me yesterday at Impellizzeri's from about 3 till the end of the game, they're going to have like a little bar open, and also they'll have some food available, not from Impellizzeri's itself, but like brought in food for those that kind of need some food, or just somebody that you want to go hang out with, somebody you don't have family that's nearby, or even if you do and you want to share some that your family has, you can take some food and drop it off as well over there. It'll be Chad behind the bar over there. I don't know if he's doing it solo or not, but that's going to be a hefty shift if he is. But like I said, he'll be open for the game, a little before the game, and then up to the game's end. And then he's going to close back down, I think. So that's a cool little event that I couldn't see it posted anywhere, but somebody kind of whispered in my ear yesterday about that. And I appreciate letting me know about that.
I think somebody did the same to me about maybe Cosmic Golf doing something.
Okay, they're open too? Okay.
Maybe just a little bar though. I mean, I'd have to confirm, but if you know anybody that is out there, they may be open in the evening for a little bit. They used to before it was Cosmic, on Thanksgiving for a little bit.
That's true.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the place that is legendary on Thanksgiving night of all places to gather, and you shall see more than you can comprehend and contemplate, is Otter Creek Tavern. It is a gathering of the northern end of the county of everybody that comes home for Thanksgiving. They end up at Otter Creek, and it's always crazy. So just
that's good to know. I didn't know about that one.
Cosmic is definitely open. I saw their post that they're open. I will something just broke about Cosmic earlier today. I will add that to my business briefs. I sent it to our thing. It's just something very cool, but I know we all like Cosmic. We're big friends. I think I ran into Joe out there the very first week they were open. But that's another place you can hang out. And so I will tease them in a little bit, but that just broke.
All right. So Friday, we've got Christmas in the Village, 5 to 9 p.m. Trees, craft vendors, food trucks, live music. Check it out. Cornbread to Coconuts Live, I guess, is a band playing out there at Cosmic, 8:30 to 11:30. Also, there's always live music at BBT. We'll have live music Friday. Don't know who we have playing yet, but I'm sure it will be amazing. And also, there's a cool Black Friday deal that I heard. Again, there's tons that are around for small businesses, but one that was a really cool one for a new business that's open now. It's a Black Friday and a small business Saturday sale at over at New Style Records. They're doing a raffle for a record player. So if you don't already have a record player, if you show up there and spend $30 on Friday or Saturday, you'll get a little raffle ticket to put in for this record player. If you're one of the 15 first customers on each of those days, you'll get 2 raffle tickets. So that's kind of a cool little option on there. So anything $30 and up, if you do that, they will hook you up with a raffle ticket. And it's a nice record player. It's an Audio Technica. Really, really sweet record player. And they're great over there. I think they've been doing good business, staying open, having a sidewalk sale. So really need to get out and support them, as well as Bird Wilson Books. I'm sure they'll be selling some good books that day too.
And all the boutiques and everybody else downtown. I'm sure they'll all be open Friday.
For sure. 45th annual Christmas for Kids car show presented by Hardin County Honda is going to be out at Central Hardin High School from 12 to 4 p.m. on Saturday. The Upton Christmas Parade and Festival will be 5 to 8 p.m. So it's food, shopping, all that fun stuff. There's post-parade Santa visits for the kids. Sit on the lap, tell them what they need for Christmas so that we can go out and tell Santa that he needs to bring it to them. Cecilia Christmas Parade and Tree Lighting is 5:30. Parade, the tree lighting's at 6. They're also doing cookies and hot chocolate afterwards. There's a Santa's Paws and Picture event Saturday and Sunday, 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. at Pet Supplies Plus. The Empowered Life gift wrapping fundraiser is 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. at 225 College Street. Bring your gifts for donating, also gift wrapping and things like that. They'll have refreshments as well. The Eats, Beats, and Boutique Treats, say that 5 times fast. Small Business Saturday from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at the Fab Lab. So there's going to be vendors, food trucks, music, door prizes, shopper punch cards. So get out and do that. Glendale Small Business Market, historic downtown Glendale, 11 to 7 p.m. Get out there, cookies, hot cocoa, s'mores, bonfire. Stay warm, go into the shop, come back out and get a little bit warm. Also, the grand opening of the Puddle Pottery Co. is 10:30 to 8 p.m. I saw the light on earlier, the open sign. A couple people in there milling around, checking things out today when I was getting coffee earlier. So they had it in there. It's looking great. They got a lot of cool pottery to paint. I'm sure Nate will have a little bit more about that here in a little bit. Also, the North Hardin High School class of 1990 35th year reunion, 8 p.m. to 11:59 p.m. The venue on Main in Vine Grove. That'd be a fun time. Have you all ever went to any of your all reunions? No. Well, Phil, how would they do that, Phil? I mean, you get together with some of your friends that you like were in the homeschool groups with, though, right?
Yeah, we do. We just don't have any big.
You just don't call it a reunion. Yeah.
Like we have a little Friendsgiving thing, a few of us on Saturdays. So,
okay,
it's just more or less organic than anything else. So,
I like that. I feel like that's better because, I mean, also you probably stay in better contact anyway. So you don't need like all right, everybody come together this year. It's time to see each other.
And then they do it different now. But back when I was, in high school, that would have been like 2000, around that year. And the homeschool groups just weren't as big back then. I know there's a lot more people doing it.
We've seen my graduating class, which I'm a class of 97. We had a 10-year reunion, and I didn't make that because I was coaching football at the time. We had a game, and then everything else that's come around, they haven't had because Facebook. Everybody just keeps up with everybody, and I'm from a pretty small. Western Kentucky is Marshall County is kind of a small community. It's the biggest small community you've ever been in. Everybody's in everybody's business, but I mean, I'd say 75% of the graduating class stayed, and so they don't do reunions. They just haven't had the call to do it. I think that as groups are getting younger, that's a more common occurrence.
Hey, John, Danny said maybe you could make him a ceramic dog at the pottery place.
So a long time ago, there used to be a couple of cool ceramics places in town, and I actually did a lot of ceramic making when I was younger and painting and things like that. So yeah,
That's cool.
I may check out and see what they got, Danny. Sunday, we got a couple more things going on. Bloody Mary Bar at the Old Pizza Larry's and Pelizeri's, and the Sunday brunch at JR Neighbors.
Nice. That sounds like the majority of the events. I wanted Britten. What are you guys doing at the Red Brick Cottage for Black Friday?
So Black Friday is not a really big day for us, but we really focus on Small Business Saturday, and so we'll have several specials in store. I know Michelle has a bridal party coming, so she's got to do 6 dresses, 6 bridesmaids coming up. So we'll have some stores specials, and then we have also been known we may have a special live sale on Saturday night just to kind of break up our normal schedule. So it'll be interesting to see what shakes out.
All right. Well, everybody that's watching, or if you have friends that own small businesses in Etown or Radcliff or anywhere in Hardin County, make sure you let them know to let us know. We'll make sure it gets shared for free. You won't have to pay us for that, but just get the word out. We'd like to help get the word out. All right. Let's switch to business. Nate, you ready? All right, let's switch to business. Nate, you ready?
Sure, let's go to business. John's already talked about it, but Puddle Pottery, joining that, I love that corner in downtown Etown. First, it was Bird Whistle Books. Well, actually, I guess the running store was first, and then Bird Whistle Books joined, and then the record store, Busy Bee, was at that corner. Now Puddle Pottery is going there. They have invited us in. I just haven't been able to get over there yet. I know a lot of people are excited. They do group stuff. They are opening Friday. And as John already mentioned, it's one of 3 openings we got going on before our next show. Sunday morning, 5 a.m. for you people that like to get up early. Dutch Brothers Coffee in Radcliff is coming. They're over here. They're right across from the Chevy right here. You can see the overpass there. Dutch Brothers, you'll see the windmill. 5 a.m. I know people are excited. It's the first one in Hardin County, so we're glad to have them. And the third one I forgot about is, and I apologize for that, is... to read this off is Jerica Harris, EA. She sent us a message on Hardin Local. So she said, "Hey, Hardin Local team, I hope you're doing well. My name is Jerica Harris. I live here in Etown. We're reaching out on behalf of the Tax Boutique. We are opening our 2nd location in Hardin County on December 1st. So that will be before our next show. That's why I mentioned it. They're already members of the RSBA. So welcome Jerica Harris and EA of the Tax Boutique. They are opening for business officially on December 1st. You can reach out to her, JERICKA. Harris EA on Facebook. Let's move on to what else. We got all sorts of stuff going on this week. Scroll back through, John. Cobbler's Cafe. If you're downtown, stick with downtown. It's that real small building. I mean, it's tiny. It's not big. Maybe what do we think, John? 20 people? 25? I bet. Ooh.
He's muted. You're muted, John.
Yeah. I'd say about that, maybe a little bit more. Super small. Like I said, it was an old cobbler long time ago.
I love Cobbler's Cafe.
Well, even before that, it was the actual cobbler. It was when they was fixing the shoes back there. My mom used to take her shoes there to get them fixed.
So it had the gray, silver paint job, whatever we want to call it. It's now maroon or brown. Obviously, my color knowledge is not great. The mural on the side is still there for now. I don't know if it's staying. I do know Mark Harris bought it last year, has owned it for the last 18, 19 months. He was in conjunction with Olivia Greenwell of Denison and them. They do have plans. I think we've heard what's going on, but we're going to let them announce it. That's fair to them. They asked, hey, can we announce it ourselves? I agree with them. But people obviously noticed the paint job, so want to mention that. Blue Door Events is coming to downtown Etown. They have not said exactly where. I have a pretty decent idea. Is one place near Brown QZ now has a Blue Door. If they don't go there, I would be shocked. But Blue Door Events, I know they're already done. They already do some arts and crafts. Very crafty people. It's ran by a pair of sisters. Let's see if I can find their message so I can read off. But I do know if you go on their post, they're teaming up with Doosters for an event coming up to paint, and somebody else. Apologize for not being that organized. The Blue Door, let's see. Yes, okay. Right now we're offering pop-up craft workshops to get connected with the community in downtown. We are planning to open early summer with a storefront that will offer space where people can gather, create, and play. We are really focused on family-friendly space and plans events for all ages, which would be good. Small snacks, drinks, and space for fun activities, workshops, theme nights, trivia, event hosting, and community gatherings. We are currently renovating our downtown space and aren't sharing the address to the public just yet. The owners are myself, Carly Fonda, and Stacy Calloway. We are sisters born and raised in Etown. We are so excited for the growth of our city. Looking forward to bringing a space that is unique and everyone can enjoy. So obviously, summer next year. I love we talk about small business events. John works for one. My wife runs one. Britton's got one. I think he's had one longer than all of us. Phil, this is Hardin Local is a small business too. So just another small business in downtown Etown. I know downtown Etown loves small businesses. I love to support them. So we look forward to them. Wawa. I drove by the other day. Wawa, yes. We are getting 2 Wawas. Sometimes people think, okay, it's just one. No, we are getting 2 Wawas. The one on Dixie is here in Radcliff across from 5 Star. There will be, I'm assuming there's got to be something else going with it. That's just too much space just for one gas station. I'm assuming there'll be more development coming out there, but that's where Wawa will be going. I do not have a date on when it opens. E-Town's Wawa, I guess we can call it Cool Springs Corner, that's where it's going to be at that light there across from the bank. So E-Town's getting a Wawa as well. E-Town's Wawa was announced first. Radcliff technically broke ground first, kind of like the whole Dunkin' Donuts scenario that we dealt with. I'm assuming both of these will be done by 2026. So I can't see why it would take to 2027 for both of them to open. I'm a big fan of Wawa. I've been to those. And
I actually Grubhub some Wawa last
Wawa's
night.
got some good subs, dude. I mean,
They do.
It's like,
And their prices aren't bad.
No,
They don't mark it up like, especially on Grubhub. You're used to like way overpaying. I was actually pleasantly surprised.
The Wawa, the Wawa meatball subs, no joke. I like it. Had it a couple times, kind of like Publix. Just don't have to go for food. You can go there for the subs as well. So between Publix and Wawa, our sub game is definitely going up in 2026. And we did have another, somebody else that just opened is Mobile Auto Services. Eventually I will get this right. They have gone from mobile to brick and mortar. It looks like 400 College Street Road, Suite 103. They bring car audio shop to you, mobile sales and installation of automotive, marine, stereo systems, and electronics. They have a Facebook. It's called Mobile Auto Services. Looks like the phone number is 270-300-4027. You can reach out to them that way or find them on their Facebook again at Mobile Auto Services. So it's good to see them go from brick and mortar. This is what their door looks like. That's 103, so that would make sense. So 103 at 400 College Street Road.
Well, this little update.
This is back to Kroger again. You can see the temporary lights over there are on at Kroger. This is one that's across from the government center in Etown. Service Valley is on the other corner. Dollar General's on the other corner. Kroger is moving. I mean, I know Publix program first, but I think there's people out there every single day of the week working on this place. But Kroger is flying along. I don't know which one opens first. My guess right now, if I had to guess, would be Kroger. But it's going to have that. It's going to have gas with it. It's going to have a Starbucks, up to 7 other outlots, so you could have other restaurants or businesses moving with it. So when we mention outlot, it's like feeders over at Lowe's or McDonald's with the mall, or I don't know who all is going else. Starbucks is the only one that's announced for that. We know over with Publix, they're going to have a coffee shop that's been announced, and one other lot's been open. We know Menards has one of their outlots that's being worked on right now.
And that one. Alrighty. Now we got a couple reviews. Yeah, he can't hear us. I'm telling him. Yeah, just needed that. Sorry about technical difficulties, but they're almost done. All right. We'll go ahead and get started here, Britten. What do you have on the agenda for the 2 reviews? I know we've already got it all lined out, but why don't you go ahead and set it up? Okay,
so I believe first we're going to go is a authentic Mexican joint over near Dolphin Hills Kroger called La Paloma. I was exposed to these folks from a friend of mine. Made a recommendation. Y'all may know him. It's a guy. He's pretty big on the food scene around here. Big Josh told me that I needed to go check those out. Big Josh Lindblom, and so I went over and checked them out. And it's one of my favorite little places to be able to get to and do that. I'm one of those guys. I don't know, Phil, if you're this way, but I could probably eat tacos 3, 4, 5 days a week. The variety and what's there. So we went over, was able to go over there, met my daughter for lunch there one day, and go through. They've got a selection, and it's like I said, you can tell it's not. They take a lot of pride in their food and put a lot of love into it, and that's always that's a recipe for success in my opinion.
All right, you can hear me, right, Britten?
Yeah, I can hear you fine.
Yeah, I was just making sure. And Nate, if you're out there listening, you just couldn't hear us. That was the issue when your camera went off. We could hear you though. So everything you said was broadcasted. If you need to drop, donate, and don't feel like working on this, you can do that. Me and Britten will finish this up. But you're still there.
We can bring it home.
Yeah. All right, let's go
All
on.
right, we're back here in Elizabethtown, Kentucky at La Paloma. We're getting some tacos today and an empanada. And Georgia's got some choripolo. That's a thick taco. This is the carnitas. Very subtle. Not like some I've had. A pretty good taco. All right, this is an asada and chorizo taco. The chorizo mixed out of flavor bomb. Pretty good. So this is the empanada. It's like a little meat pie. They make their dough here, fried everything here. One of my favorites. I love the pastry. That may be the best thing I've eaten today. It's excellent. All right, I have some high hopes for this one. This is I saved the best for last, I hope. This is barbacoa. That's the best thing I've eaten there. That's the best barbacoa I've had anywhere in this area. That's absolutely fantastic.
So, it's funny, Phil, you go in and part of me wants to find a restaurant where you go in and everything is the best that you've had. But it's also, but it seems to be like everybody, you get in and so like La Paloma has the best barbacoa, which is it's the beef, it's like it's kind of like birria, but a little bit different. I think it's a different cut. There's another place that I go if I want the best carnitas. There's another place for the best pastor, which I guess kind of makes it interesting when you're going where you want to, when you're going based on what you want to eat to go with it. But I think for 3 tacos and the empanada and my daughter's plate, we were out for like maybe $24-25, super affordable. I love it when you're at a place where the wife comes out and manages the counter. She takes your order. They go back there. She starts working on your order. The husband's there working on the orders. And I've been there before, and their kids are over in a booth working on their homework, which kind of that's a lot of nostalgia for me because that's similar to how I grew up in our family's restaurant. But I mean, these guys do a great job, and they've been over there for I want to say for at least 5 years now. They've been there and have really built their business and have quite a following.
And where exactly is this for folks that aren't aware?
Okay, so it's La Paloma, and it's over on it's on Dolphin Drive. It's in the Dolphin Hills Kroger, and then there's a medical building, and then it's over in the Outlot across across the parking lot from. And ironically, there used to be a Chinese place there, and the gentleman that had the Chinese place. He passed away, and then these folks came in shortly after him and took over the space and have just done an outstanding job.
So if you compare this to like other Mexican restaurants in the area, is there anything unique about it or different other than it sounds like family owned and more authentic type Mexican too?
Well, so this is something that I don't know what your mom's specialty dish is, but let's just say it's fried chicken. My mom's specialty dish was fried chicken, or maybe it's meatloaf. And you can go somewhere and have somebody's meatloaf and then go somewhere else and have the same meatloaf somewhere, have meatloaf again in another place. And it's two complete experiences. And that's kind of how a lot of our Mexican restaurants are really authentic Mexican restaurants with the street tacos and things like that. That's kind of how they are. They are fantastic, and they're all different. And so, in some things in some places are better than others. Like I said, their barbacoa is the best barbacoa I've had in Hardin and Meade County. If I want birria, I'm going to Del Valle. I think at Del Valle Tacos on the square in Etown. Their birria is the best I've had. Carnitas, I like Taquera Muchos in Muldrow. And if I want pastor, I'm going to El Molino right down the street. I don't cook Mexican food. That's an ethnic branch I haven't gotten into, and so. That's one of the cool parts about it. I am, for any of our listeners there, I am the next thing that I'm always looking for a great sandwich. That's always a lot of fun. And the next thing that I'm always looking for, great tamales. This time of year, tamales are one of my favorites. In the Hispanic culture, they're usually a Thanksgiving, Christmas thing is when they're really popular. So I mean, I will go buy them out of a gas station parking lot to find great tamales. So if anybody's got some tamales that they can places for tamales they recommend, let me know, and I will. That'll be a bread only because Michelle doesn't eat tamales, but that'll be a bread only, and I will go and wear them out.
All right. Well, for those of you who aren't just jumped in here at the last second and didn't hear, you can always rewind or we'll also put out the other a standalone video of this reaction to this restaurant, which I'm not sure I'm going to pronounce it right. La Paloma, or how'd you pronounce it?
La Paloma. That's the.
Okay,
And
is that it?
I don't know that that's right either, but it's hey,
Yeah,
it is what it is.
sounds like a good place to stop by and get some Mexican food this weekend if you are hungry and want something different. Don't want to eat leftovers. We'll move over here to the next one, Egg Roll House.
Okay, so
Guys, we're here at the egg roll.
Let me pause it.
We'll give a shout out or give a point. I don't know. I read it, saw it, experienced it, or I'm not sure where this factoid is stuck in my head. But one of the two most popular nights of the year where Chinese food is Chinese carryout is ordered. Do you know what they are? The night before Thanksgiving and Christmas and Christmas Eve.
Really?
Yes, but the night before Thanksgiving, Chinese food is a massive. It's a tradition for a lot of families because they're having the big meal and they're doing that. And so, Egg Roll House. This is I call this. This is a. We don't have to go all the way through the video because at the end, I'm gonna put the end out front. This is an American success story. They immigrated here. I want to say I think it was in the 70s. I think they're actually from Taiwan, maybe Taiwan or Singapore, one or the other. They immigrated here. They've had the Egg Roll House. The family has. The family has done extremely well. They've had 3 children that 2 of them have gone through master's degrees and medical school, and one is went to Duke Law. And the mom and dad paid for everything with this restaurant and their hard work and what they've done. And I mean, I think that's what the American story, that's what being an American is about. And so they are. Egg Roll House has been in Radcliff. I know since. Michelle told me that before it was there was a deli that was there, and so I've known about Egg Roll House since 2006 when I moved here. But they have it's just a great family business and somewhere that I highly recommend their in-house or their carry-out. I will say this though, the service is a little unique. So depending on the mood that you catch Miss Kim in, she can be really really great or she can be a little short with you sometimes. So, all right, let's watch it.
House, Radcliff, Kentucky. We're starting out with a combination dinner. And that starts off with some fantastic fried wontons and some wonton soup. It would make sense. The Egg Roll House has fantastic egg rolls, and these are absolutely fantastic. All right, here's the pan-fried dumplings. These are always so good. So what's your verdict on that egg roll there, Mama?
Man, they're so hot, I had to give it a second.
Super crisp.
Yeah, so crispy, fresh. Different than other places that we go to locally. But you know what? Each one of them is special in their own way. I like a little bit of soy sauce. Man, that's fresh, that's hot, it's crispy, it's good.
Just a little beef egg foo young. So this is egg foo young. This is basically a Chinese omelet. We fry it in the wok with the vegetables and eggs, and then add some nice. This is beef, a nice little beef gravy over it. Mm-hmm. This is one of my favorites.
Very good.
All right, guys, here is the Warsugai combo with chicken fried rice. And Mama's got the Mongolian beef. We got it spicy. With her for chicken fried rice. This is all for like $9. Dine-in only. Fantastic deal. And it has been so good tonight. Look pretty cute with that fried rice there, Mama.
Oh, let me tell you what. I'm going to bring this bowl right up to me. This is just so good. It's so pure. It's got some chicken, eggs. It's got little onions in it. It is just heavenly just by itself.
All right, Mama. You're diving into the good stuff here.
Oh, this is one of my favorites. It's Mongolian beef. I'm not sure what kind of cut of steak it is, but it has onions in there, and it's got the little rice noodles. It's got the most wonderful rich gravy, and I get it spicy, so it's sweet, spicy, it's so tender. It's one of my favorites.
It's not often Mama has to fix my plate. She said it looked empty, but it's empty because I've been smashing this stuff. It's fantastic. This is Warsugai, so it's a tempura chicken in a brown sauce, and it's just so good. You know, I mean,
You're loving it?
as they come back from their family trip, they are crushing it. It is out of the park tonight. Fantastic.
So you said family, and
so, yeah, every year they make a trip. About every year they close during the summer, at the end of the summer, and they go back home to visit family and take care of business and stuff. And the family they just do great work. And I think when you have a restaurant that's been around 30 plus years, it just talks about how they stand the test of time. And I apologize. The last couple of videos I've kind of looked like I've been homeless because I've been working on the renovations of a rental property, trying to get it ready. And so it's funny, you get busy and it really kind of has slowed down I've been struggling for content because I haven't been out and been anywhere lately. But there's a couple of spots that I have lined up. One of them in the next little bit is a place here in Radcliff called The Spot. It's Jamaican. It's a Caribbean Jamaican place. And then I'm waiting for Jack's Wings to be set up because that's another place I want to get to. And then Etown. Hub House and Donato's Pizza are on the schedule for our next little bit. Next time we're up in Etown way. So.
It's looking like that's great. Justin just said on YouTube, commented saying the egg rolls are fire.
Yeah,
thank you, Justin, for watching on YouTube and commenting on YouTube. That doesn't happen as often for us yet. Thank you for that. What do you think makes a good wonton soup?
I think you have to have the right balance of the broth has to be rich, and then you need a meaty little dumpling in there to go with it. A lot of places, it's just water with some onion and they throw some noodles in it. I think that you definitely have to. Any soup is made by the quality of the stock. I mean, that's just that's the reality of it. If you're mixing a powder or opening it, cracking a can, squeezing the box, if you're not boiling the stuff and making it. Using making the stock right, it's not going to be as good as it could be.
I like some beef in mine too, and those dumplings in there. I always order wonton soup every time I order Chinese. So, I got a couple places, but I can't think of their names right now. I'm not gonna.
So Chinese food is interesting because my first experience with Chinese food is from a restaurant, a small local chain in Paducah called Chong's, and everything I have Chinese wise that I've ever been exposed to is based on, I had it first at Chong's. So I think you kind of build that construct and you make those comparisons and do that. But Michelle's first Chinese food experience was Green Bamboo, and they're starkly different. They're both Chinese food, but I think, one is Szechuan and the other is Cantonese style or Cantonese regional cuisine, which is kind of like the difference between Northeastern and Southern cuisine in the United States. It's pretty different. And so, like Chong's is my all-time favorite. It was my first. If I'm at home and we're visiting, I said, with my kids too, they're like, "Oh, let's go to Chong's." Michelle hates it. It's just not her thing. But fortunately, her first and Green Bamboo or Egg Roll House both are solid enough that we can tolerate it, even though it's not what not what our first thing was at Chong's at home. Yeah, Chinese food it's one of those things. I think it's the time that it takes for the sauces. It's all the same ingredients, but it's just the combination in the sauce, which is that fascinates me. It's something I would definitely like to learn more about someday.
Yeah, it does sound interesting. I've been my kid really likes the ramen soups that restaurants are now making too.
Okay, like
fancy. We call it like fancy ramen.
Yeah.
They got all sorts of stuff in it, and that's been interesting. I also went to Duff's twice in the past 2 weeks and have been real impressed with their food.
What did you get when you were there?
I've had like a sandwich. I forget what it was called. It was like a burger, but not a burger. And then I had wings, obviously. And one of my buddies had their smash burgers, and he loved it. So it just was a good experience both times.
They have a hot roast beef sandwich that I saw when I was there that I want to go back for. If I get up that way at lunch one day, I'll do that. Yesterday I was in Etown for lunch, and I stopped and got the deal of the week. If you're in Etown at lunchtime and you want to get full and do it for less than $10, you need to go to Little Charlie's. You can get a couple slices and a drink for about $10. And I mean, they had one called the Jack Black I had yesterday. It was pepperoni, chicken, bacon, and barbecue sauce, and it was fantastic.
That sounds good. I know I went to Cosmic Golf on, I think it was Saturday night, and I had the hot brown egg roll there, which I don't know if you tried that, but it's really good. It's like one of my favorite things on that menu. So you go to Cosmic, go get the hot brown egg roll.
Their kitchen manager, and kind of like their lead is, I think his name's Jeremy Adams. I think that's right. He used to have Adams Family Food Truck. And he and I have known each other for a little bit, and we follow each other on TikTok. And that's just, I have not found the time to go, because every time it dawns on me to go, it's one of those Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I have heard that it is crazy up there at those times. So.
It's calmed down now, and it's such a big place. They have space and good service, because they have like 3 different bar areas with tables that are next to them. So a lot bigger.
When I want to go up there and really, I need to go one afternoon and just go up there and be able to take the whole place in, do some good video, do some good footage, and then sit down and try 4 or 5 things for us to really be able to give them some promotion. Because I think that, that's one of those places that if we can double down and help, it's a family, locally owned family. It's, they've made a huge investment in Hardin County with that facility.
Yes.
And be able to and hopefully they become a place that's somewhere that I feel like I need to go a couple times a week.
Yes, and I also have a thing that somebody shared with me a minute ago about they're going to do a national putting tour at Cosmic Golf. It's part of MPT Cosmic Cup for 2025. It's happening December 6th, 2025. There'll be a 2 p.m. start, the 1:30 check-in, and they have this whole huge putting green down in the basement. But you choose your division, you pay your dues, and then you can just it's a competing thing. So all players pay $15 green fees, and then the buy-in options are professional $200, which goes into the prize pool. Amateurs for $50, beginners for $10. I'll make sure to get this shared on Hardin Local in case you're interested in doing that. But lunch.
I wonder, is that so it's like, well, because I saw something about that, and I kind of thought it was with their putt, and so I
it is. It's putt.
So it's not. So I didn't know if it was actually like golf putting or putting competition. That's pretty cool that they're going to do like a professional. Because if you haven't ever watched on ESPN, professional putt is crazy.
Mm-hmm. I think that's kind of what this is like. Because if you haven't seen the basement at Cosmic, they have like a to scale putting course. To a course that we're not supposed to mention the brand name, but it's a real well-known course. And like I say, I'll get this shared. Actually, let's share it. I'm going to share it right now. There we go. So it'll be on the Hardin Local page. And we thank you guys for joining us today. Let's check these chats. Make sure. I think I mentioned them all already. We had Danny O'Brien. I guess this one. Bussin' Bites Food Truck. You got turkey corn dogs this week. I doubt it, but they might. It's a good idea, though. And then Katie said October. I'm assuming that was to her brother, which is gone now, but wanted to highlight that as well. All right. Well, we wanted to just remind you again, just to connect with us, scan this QR code up here above my head or go to hardinlocal.com. Check out our links for this week's episode. Also follow us on our other social media episodes. I also have links at hardinlocal.com for Nathaniel Bryan's for his actual Facebook page, where you can go and follow him there so he gets more followers. He's just recently turned on professional mode, so he would love for you to get over there and follow his page. Also, I have added the Experienced Eaters, Britten's Linktree link on our hardinlocal.com page for links related to this week's episode. So you can go hit that button and follow him on his social media. And we also wanted to ask you to subscribe to our YouTube channel, which is just, you can search for us, Hardin Local. We put all our replays and shorts videos out there as well. So, if you watch YouTube on TV like I do, you might, follow us on there, and then you'll see our updates while you're browsing YouTube on your TV. Also follow us on LinkedIn. And if you don't follow us on Facebook, go ahead and hit that follow button. So we thank you guys for joining us. Britt, do you have anything else?
No, I just, I hope everybody has a fantastic Thanksgiving. If you get that opportunity to spend time with your family and your friends, be truly appreciative. If you get a chance, pay that forward, be able to help somebody if you can, and enjoy that time. And then when you get ready to, when the shopping season kicks off, remember your friends and those small businesses that those local guys that need our support. Even if you've got to pay a couple bucks more, it's better to pay a couple bucks more and know you're helping them than it is to and try to get that rock bottom deal and and find out in a couple of years or in a few months when you need that business, they're gone. And so that difference is they need your support and they want to see you come in their doors. And and if you don't have the money to spend, go to their social media, do the thing that I always say you do: like, comment, share, support them, follow them, promote them. If they make a post about something going on, share that, get it out there, make a comment. Do your part where you can add a little value and some equity to what they've got going on, even if you can't go in their doors and spend money with them or shop with them.
Yeah, and I'll go ahead and do is I'll post just a post on our Hardin Local main page that just says local business sales and Black Friday, Small Business Saturday. And I'll just say, basically the whole point of the post will be, if you own a small business in the area, go comment on it with your sales and links to that information. We'll have that up there, and I'll pin it to the top of the page, and I'll get that done after I get off here and get me some food, because you got me hungry there, Britton, with those with those reviews. Thank everybody for joining us, and we'll see you next week. We didn't have a special guest this week, but we have a good one next week. So join us next week to get to know Rachel Branningham, and we will see you guys then.